Today, we dive into the depths of the ocean to bring you a unique battle between two of the most powerful creatures that ever ruled the seas in their time, and the greatest legendary monster of all time. Please welcome the king of legendary monsters, Godzilla. Standing face to face against him is the colossal predator of the seas, the Mosasaurus. And as always, don't forget to send blessings upon the prophet. Peace be upon him. Subscribe to the channel and tell us in the comments who you think will win. And we are here in the forest. Before the battle begins, let's take a quick look at each of our beasts. Size: Mosasaurus. This incredible predator did not belong to the family of dinosaurs, as many people might think. It was, in fact, a giant marine reptile that lived during the Cretaceous period. Around 90 million years ago, it roamed through the warm and shallow seas that covered much of the earth during that ancient time. This mighty predator stood proudly at the top of the food chain in its era, but that doesn't mean it lived in a weak or peaceful age. Among the fiercest creatures it shared the seas with were Zephactinus, a large and terrifying fish with a bony head and sharp, deadly teeth, and Styxosaurus, a long-necked marine reptile equipped with razor-like fangs. All of this clearly shows, my friend, just how powerful and dominant the Mosasaurus truly was. And it didn't just shine in the prehistoric oceans. The Mosasaurus also became a true cinematic star in modern times, thanks to the famous Jurassic World series. But we must make an important distinction between the movie version and the real-life Mosasaurus. The real Mosasaurus reached about 15 meters in length and weighed roughly 15 tons, whereas the one shown in Jurassic World was portrayed as being between 30 and 50 meters long, weighing somewhere between 50 and 70 tons. Godzilla. This legendary and iconic creature has appeared in countless films, under many different variations, the two most famous being Godzilla and Shin Godzilla. There are some major differences between the two versions. The original Godzilla is said to be an ancient, colossal creature that has lived on Earth for millions of years and feeds primarily on radiation. When humans invented the nuclear bomb and began testing it deep within the ocean, the massive waves of radiation that were released became a powerful and endless source of energy for Godzilla. It absorbed this nuclear energy over time, until it reached the incredible size and strength we know today. Shin Godzilla, on the other hand, is a giant sea monster that fed on toxic nuclear waste. As this waste continued to accumulate over the years, the creature began to evolve rapidly. Eventually emerging from the dark depths of the ocean, it possessed the terrifying ability to mutate and transform its form. Initially appearing as a gilled aquatic monster, then slowly changing as it moved onto land, growing strong arms and powerful legs, until it became the horrifying being we recognize today. However, Shin Godzilla's abilities differ greatly from those of the original and classic Godzilla. So, if you'd like to witness an epic battle between Godzilla and Shin Godzilla, right here on our channel, make sure to let us know in the comments below. But tonight's legendary battle will feature Godzilla, not Shin Godzilla, standing tall at a staggering 100 meters in height. To make the fight fair and balanced, Godzilla will be facing off against two Mosasauruses from the Jurassic World version, each one measuring about 50 meters long. Offensive weapons. Mosasaurus. Being a powerful marine reptile, it relies mainly on one primary weapon: its enormous, deadly jaws. The Jurassic World version had a massive jaw, even larger than Godzilla's, powered by extremely strong muscles, capable of crushing bones and armor like flesh with terrifying ease. Its teeth were huge and razor-sharp, each one reaching up to a meter long, or even more, perfectly designed for tearing through prey in a single motion. We clearly saw this incredible power in action when it killed the Indominus Rex with just a single devastating bite. Unlike the Mosasaurus, Godzilla doesn't rely primarily on its jaws. Instead, it uses its massive and muscular build, its incredibly strong arms and legs, which we often see in its epic land battles, delivering devastating and powerful strikes. However, since this fierce battle takes place deep underwater, Godzilla won't be able to throw those same mighty punches effectively. He'll mainly use his limbs to grab, hold, or release his enemies. But Godzilla's tail is also one of his most deadly and iconic weapons. It's enormous, extremely powerful, and highly flexible. He often uses it to deliver crushing and sweeping blows that can send even the largest monsters flying. Still, what truly earns Godzilla the legendary title of King of the Monsters is not his tail or brute strength, but his incredible atomic breath. Godzilla possesses an extraordinary and terrifying ability to convert the absorbed nuclear radiation within his body into an immense and concentrated form of energy, which he then channels through his mouth as a focused, destructive atomic beam. This weapon is unimaginably powerful, capable of annihilating anything that dares to stand in its path. Speed. Because this intense battle takes place deep underwater, swimming speed becomes one of the most crucial factors to consider. The Jurassic World Mosasaurus is a fully aquatic creature, perfectly built for speed, precision, and agility beneath the waves. Its long, streamlined body allows it to glide swiftly through the water, making it a true apex predator in its natural element. Godzilla, on the other hand, is an amphibious titan. While he can swim powerfully using his massive and muscular tail, his enormous size and extremely heavy body make him noticeably slower underwater, especially when compared to the faster and more agile Mosasaurus. Armor, strength. When comparing their defensive abilities, both creatures possess unique traits that enhance their survival. Godzilla is covered in an incredibly thick and durable natural armor made of hard, jagged scales that protect his entire body. These massive plates can easily withstand both devastating creature attacks and even modern human weaponry. They also serve as radiation absorbers, which continuously fuel his strength and power even further. This legendary armor makes Godzilla almost completely indestructible. The Mosasaurus, on the other hand, has tough, resilient skin, but lacks true armor plating. It relies far more on speed, flexibility, and maneuverability, rather than enduring direct and powerful hits head-on. The battle. After analyzing all the data we've presented to you, it's finally time for the ultimate showdown. If Godzilla launches his devastating atomic breath toward one of the massive Mosasauruses, its superior underwater speed and agility may allow it to dodge just in time. But that sudden evasion would open a dangerous window for the second Mosasaurus to strike with full force. The best and most vulnerable target for the Mosasaurus would be Godzilla's neck. However, as we've clearly seen in many of Godzilla's previous legendary battles, his incredibly thick armored scales are tough enough to endure missile strikes, explosions, and brutal blows from other giant monsters. So even the Mosasaurus's massive meter-long teeth wouldn't be strong enough to pierce those scales deeply or cause real damage. Because the maximum length of these teeth is only 1 meter. If we compare the size of these teeth to the size of the missiles that attacked him, we will see that they are very small. This gives Godzilla a perfect opening. He could grab one Mosasaurus with his gigantic claws, hold it tightly in his iron-like grip, and then unleash his terrifying atomic breath at point-blank range. The trapped Mosasaurus would have absolutely no chance to escape. It would be completely and utterly obliterated in an instant. The remaining Mosasaurus, realizing the hopeless situation, would most likely flee for its life, before it ends up fried and crispy like its unfortunate partner. And the winner of this epic oceanic showdown is the king of the monsters, Godzilla.